Hello, goddesses. Welcome to this bonus episode, episode 87. I wanted to put out a really quick one today because there will be a normally scheduled longer episode coming out tomorrow. But I just found out about this opportunity and I recorded a video about it while I was taking a walk with my dog today. I tried to fix a lot of the background noise, but the wind was just whipping and howling, and you probably will even hear dogs splashing and barking in the background. But, taking imperfect action, as far as I'm concerned, is perfect. You will get the gist by listening. And the reason why I wanted to come on and share this episode last minute is because I just found out that Jim is offering a lower price point opportunity to work with him and also help you with your money stories. Now, I tend to attract a lot of people who want to do the right thing. They're often cause-driven. They want to change the world. A lot of times, the people that listen to this podcast, they're healers, they're healthcare practitioners, they're creatives. They consider themselves an artist or a musician or a writer. And I'm one of those people too. I carry that archetype as well, healer and creative. And I grew up believing that money doesn't grow on trees. And also, if you're a healer or a creative or an artist, that you're just destined to never really attract abundance into your life. And healers, after all, because I'm a Chinese medicine practitioner by training, that was just kind of the narrative with so many people who go into the healing sphere. And if you practice any kind of healing modality, you probably already know this, that healers are supposed to heal. We're not supposed to make a lot of money. And artists, right, the starving artist stereotype exists for a reason. So anyway, I don't want to babble too long because I want to keep this super short. I know your time is valuable. I will explain more in the episode today. If you are interested in changing your money story, raising your money consciousness, I invite you to listen to this episode. And I will link up all the links in the show notes if you want to learn more or possibly even enroll in this lower price point opportunity to work with Jim. There will still be calls with Jim and there will be a program with Jim. It will just not be the Transformational coaching program. It will be a specific money program. So stay tuned. And I hope to see you in there. It would be such an honor to see some of my listeners in the money sequence with Jim Fortin. Okay, stay tuned. Hello, goddesses. I wanted to take a minute to come on here and once again speak of my mentor of over 2.5 years, Jim Fortin. I just found out that Jim has another offering that's a lower price point specifically for people who are struggling with money or want to attract more money into their lives. So you don't necessarily need to be struggling. You could simply be somebody who attracts money easily, or maybe you have plenty of money, but you notice old stories come up around spending money or attracting money that could be very, very old. Often these beliefs come from our childhood, from stories that have been passed on to us from other people. And it's nobody's fault. It's just the way that it is. The world is changing, and there was absolutely 100% a time when these old beliefs were needed and valuable, such as you need to work hard to attract money. That was true at one time. But in actuality, you'll probably come to realize at some point that if you traditionally have had to work really hard to attract money, probably already know that that is a broken strategy because hard work and money are not equal. And this is why most people that work hard, manual labor, put in lots and lots of hours for their boss at their job, don't attract the abundance probably that they would probably like to have in their life, do they? So I am here to let you know that there is a solution, and it actually comes from your identity. It comes from your consciousness. For many people who struggle with money or just have beliefs that are no longer serving them when it comes to attracting money, it's very often very, very deep, and like I said, subconscious, and a lot of people don't even realize it. So after working with Jim since September of 2019, I have really come to realize and know that money is not necessarily something that makes us greedy. Wanting to have a lot of money doesn't make us a bad person. In fact, when more people that want to make a difference in the world, that want to see change, that want to make an impact in the world, when money gets into more hands of people like that and less of the so-called greedy people, we can actually start to make change in the world, can't we? We can actually start to make an impact because we can use that abundance and donate that money, or we can use that abundance to grow our businesses and hire teams which offer jobs to people. And then think about it, like if you are somebody else's employer, you can decide how you want that employee to be treated. You can be a person who can actually make an impact in that employee's life by offering them benefits or signs of appreciation or allowing them to buy into the company or whatever it is. You can make an impact by having more abundance. So I just found out this morning, I received an email from Team Fortin that they are offering another chance to work with Jim that is a lower price point, and it's called the Great Money Sequence. I'll link it up in my bio and I'll link it up here. But I just really have come to believe and realize how important it is to at least have the knowledge of this stuff instead of continuing to have beliefs around money that are really old, that don't serve us. So you can decide what you want to with this knowledge. You can decide to attract lots of money. It makes it really easy when you have this tool in your toolbox. Or just to be able to have the power, the personal power to say, no, like these beliefs do not serve me anymore, and they're not necessary anymore because they're old, outdated beliefs, and chances are they don't come from your consciousness. They come from society consciousness. Society, which, as you know, if you are somebody that's followed me for a while or if you're new, my goal in life is to really break down the conditioning and decondition us from what society has taught us so that we can live more individually, so we can live more freely and not be in this slaved society that we've been stuck in for so long. So if this resonates, which I hope it does, I'm not on here for any other reason than I want people to have this information. I trust that you'll do with this information what you choose to do in the end, but I want you to have this information available to you because I know that it's made such an impact in not just my life, but in my brothers and sisters that are in Jim Fortin's Transformational coaching program. We're like family. I have friends from all over the world that I can collaborate with, that I can visit at any time. I mean, really, it's a win-win. So I'll link it up. Think about it a little more. Decide for yourself what works for you. It may not align with your values, and that is also okay. But what I want to say is if you are tempted or curious, that is some information for you. It doesn't mean that you have to buy anything, but it might just be an invitation for you to go deeper about something, to consider something. Maybe get out your journal and write out some of the beliefs that you have that don't serve you. And if you do want to join and you're thinking, well, I can't afford it, or I shouldn't, right? I shouldn't spend money on myself like that, or people are going to judge me for taking a program like this. I want to remind you that beliefs like that are beliefs that have been conditioned into us and programmed into us from society. We're meant to be abundant beings, like live crazy abundant lives. And if you continue to trust the beliefs that you have been given and not trust yourself and your own beliefs, or give yourself the opportunity to figure out what it is that you want and what your values and beliefs are, then what you're essentially saying is that you don't matter. That you don't matter. And you're not alone here. A lot of people feel this way or don't have high self-worth because, again, it's not something that's valued in our society. It's been something programmed into our society to not love ourselves or to not value ourselves. So I'm going to stop babbling now. If you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you more about it. There's no pressure. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. But if you're thinking, hey, I might want to do this, he has I think it's $4.97, and you can break it up into 3 payment plans, even 3 payments if you want to. So it includes calls with Jim where you can get online and ask him questions. So consider it some more and decide for yourself. All right, big love to you. Bye. Hi, this is Angela Noel, and thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you have found value in listening to this podcast, I would be so grateful if you could kindly share this podcast with those you care about. Please help me spread the word of empowerment and possibility and expansion by sharing this podcast. Or you could also leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Remember to follow me on Instagram at I am Angela Noel, or you could go to my website at www.angelanoelinternational.com to learn more about my work and to find out how you can work with me. Thank you very much.